got a chance. Oh, how did that miss? Today's video is all going to be about bunker play, you probably guessed it. And I'm going to simplify things. The most important part about your bunker shot is allowing that club to catch up and pass your hands. Because when we use the loft and we use the bounce of the golf club, bad bunker players are digging too much. They're creating too much shaft lean. What does that look like? Well, we go in with less loft. We go in with our handle forwards, we go in with no bounce. And that means we get the front edge of the golf club digging. So unless we hit it very hard, it's hard to get any energy. I hit that with quite a lot of speed. Obviously the follow through is restricted. Why? Because we're taking so much sand, but I've only got the ball 2-3 yards in front of me. A lot of golfers end up leaving it in the sand. So the fix here, and the beauty of this, is if we get this right, we end up with a much larger margin of error. So our strike point isn't as important. I can hit a pretty good bunker shot. I'm aiming for 2 inches before the golf ball, but I can get away with anywhere between 1 and 5. So I've got a much larger margin of error. So I want you as a drill to draw me some lines in the sand. The first one is going to be right angles to my target line. In fact, the first one might be your target line. Doesn't matter too much. So I've got target line here. I'm going for that middle flag where I nearly hold out. And then I've got right angles to that, which is representing my ball position and obviously where the golf ball is. Now, what I want to try and get is by the time I get to that line, I want the club caught up with my hands. I do not want my hands ahead of the golf club. So I'm trying to get the sensation here of a little bit more throw. That I'm allowing this to start to happen with my trail wrist. So I'm almost feeling like I'm allowing that motion, the palm starting to point more up to the sky, because that allows that club to point more up to the sky. Now at setup, what we can do to help is make sure we don't start with our hands too far forward. Start with our hands more level with the golf club. But I'm definitely trying to get the sense of throwing that club, allowing that club to catch up and pass your hands. And a great drill you can always do, an old one, a simple one, is just put a bit of sand on the face. Open that face up. A lot of golfers don't have it open enough. Make some little quarter, well not even quarter, some little sort of knee height to knee height swings, and just try and keep the sand on the face by allowing that club to pass my hands. If I shove my hands forwards that way, I'm throwing the sand off the club face. So I'm trying to keep it on there. I'm trying to allow it to catch and pass my hands. Let me just hit one more. What really helps, as well as that setup position, is starting soft, relaxed grip pressure. If I'm too tight and too tense, I'm going to struggle. So soft hands, club level, throw the club. Again, perfect. Was the strike perfect? I was aiming for 2 inches. Maybe I hit 3. Who cares? Did you know? Not a clue. Not a clue. So I'm really allowing myself the largest margin of error by throwing the club. Now this video is all about this, but if you find that you're throwing the club successfully but your strike point is too far back in the sand, the only other thing I want you to think about is getting more onto your lead side. And I will put some links in this video to other videos talking about where your pressure, your weight should be when you're hitting a bunker shot. But the other fault we see with amateur golfers is backing up, too much weight on their back foot. So get that pressure forwards and throw the club into the sand. The more throw I have, the more speed I have, the more speed I have, the more spin I can create as well. So if I was going for a little bit more height, let's see if I can get a bit fancy. I'm going to open the face a little bit more. I'm going to throw the club with a bit more speed. And that did have it. I just struck too far back in the sand. Again, the result, I've hit them all to 3 foot. I would absolutely take it. So if my strike point was too far back, I just need a bit more pressure on my lead foot, right? Easy. Now, if it makes it more visual, and I've done this quite recently for a chipping, pitching video, but you could always use an alignment stick. Could be your reference point. So at that point, I want to allow the club to be more level with my hands, not my hands. So if this was the finishing line, I don't want my hands to beat the golf club. I want the club to catch up and be level with the hands, or feel like it's even passing my hands. Now I could even use this as a reference point for where my pressure is. So I don't want to finish behind the line. So now I've got weight forwards, bit of multitasking, and throwing the club. There we go. Really through the club. Look where I am, miles ahead of that line. So pressure, that was the best strike. Really got my pressure onto that lead foot, finish nice and tall, but ultimately through that golf club. The more we can throw that club, catch up with our hands, the better our bunker play is going to be, and the larger margin of error we will have. If that video has helped, smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll put my teeth in. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.